A Fox News alert as we continue to cover the breaking news out of Washington. Hillary Clinton, the presumptive Democratic nominee, meeting with the FBI for 3.5 hours today at FBI headquarters. At issue, her private email server that we now know had significant amounts of classified information on it. The campaign putting out a statement saying she, meaning Secretary Clinton, is pleased to have the opportunity to assist the Department of Justice in bringing this review to a conclusion, end quote. We now know from the FBI director, among others, that the FBI does not conduct security reviews. They conduct criminal investigations. One of the first people to make that point on television, former FBI Assistant Director Steve Pomerantz, who joins us now in studio. Steve, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thankfully, neither of us have ever had an FBI investigation, interrogation, or interview. Give us a sense, and probably most of our viewers haven't either, give us a sense of what it's like at FBI headquarters at 8 a.m. this morning when Hillary Clinton walks in the door.
Okay, I think the first thing to remember is this is not a picnic. This is an adversarial process. She is the main subject, we believe, with good reason, of a criminal investigation. You're exactly right. They can call it whatever they will. It's a criminal investigation. She is the main subject of that investigation. And this interrogation, if you will, is the culmination of that lengthy investigation. The agents who are going to conduct this interview, have prepared for weeks, if not months, and have a list of questions very long to ask her. It's an adversarial process. They're looking for information, they're looking for the truth, and they're looking to get the questions answered that they have. So this is what's going on at FBI headquarters and has gone on for 3.5 hours. It's a difficult process, and these agents, excuse the terminology, but they want to sweat her. They want to get her under pressure, and they want to get answers to tough questions that they have. This is not a pleasant process for her.
A, can you answer this question? Did she have to be in the room? Did she have to talk to federal agents today? And B, what type of representation is there with her? Meaning, you know, so often when we look at, and this is apples to oranges, when we see her up on the Hill and she has a panel of lawmakers, so she's getting hit with all sides. Is there a panel of FBI agents? What type of environment is she in?
That of course I can't know on this in this case. In a normal criminal investigation, which this is anything but, I realize, you would have one agent, probably two.
Good cop, bad cop.
Well, sometimes helping each other remember what questions they want to sequence, taking notes. It's always better to have two. In an ideal situation, there would be an ideal situation from an FBI agent's perspective. There'd be no lawyers in the room. Certainly, they don't need help, in my opinion, from government lawyers, although sometimes the Justice Department has a different opinion, and they put somebody in the room. They certainly don't want her attorney in the room.
And she didn't have to be there.
You're right. I need to answer your questions directly. A, she did not have to be there. Nobody has to be unless they're arrested in the company of the FBI. So she's there. I've heard the expression lawyering 101. What every second-day lawyer will tell any criminal defendant is, don't talk to the cops. You don't have to do it. Don't do it. She's there, and I'm sure if she was not running for office and was going to retire and raise her grandchildren, she wouldn't be there, but she has to be.
We've seen that from the Clintons.
It has to be from a political perspective.
We've seen that from the Clintons before, though. She didn't talk to the State Department Inspector General.
Exactly.
Big key point that the Clinton folks have overlooked. And we look back at other investigations into the Clintons. They lawyered up as much as they possibly could and obstructed as much as they could. So to your point, really, this was a political decision in terms of being in that room.
Correct.
We know about the email server. We don't know how many of the deleted emails that the FBI has recovered. But conceivably, the FBI agents know what's in their cards.
Oh, yeah.
Hillary Clinton may not know.
That's correct.
And that comes in the issue of if you're going to meet with the FBI, you got to tell the truth.
Tell the truth. The worst thing that she can do from her own perspective and from her attorney's perspective is to lie to them. That's the worst thing. We've talked about other cases where people have gone to jail, not for the underlying offenses that were under investigation necessarily, but because of the way they conducted themselves during the investigation, either obstructing, witness tampering, or lying. So you're right, and she does not know. She may think she knows, but I assure you she does not know the totality, nor does her lawyer know the totality of the information that the FBI agents have now in terms of the months-long investigation they've done. This is not a pleasant experience for her. Has not been, I assure you.
Well, Steve, we know you were on the other side of a number of those investigations. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.